Welcome in, everybody. I'm Noah Castor, and as always, I'm joined by Brandon Hudson and Darren Kinslow, and we are the Benchwarmers. Sorry for not coming out with a lot of videos. There's obviously some crazy stuff going on. Hope everybody's staying safe, washing their hands, stocking up on toilet paper, stuff like that. But the NFL is still coming out with some news, which is awesome. A lot of free agency stuff to get to, so let's get to it right now. First big one, obviously, Tom Brady. I'm going to shoot it over to Darren because close to your heart. I mean, what do you feel about him going to the Buccaneers?
I think it'll be cool to see him, especially with the weapons that they have in Tampa Bay, and it's kind of with Mike Evans and Godwin.
Yeah.
Possibly Antonio Brown. I feel like he's going to just go wherever Brady goes, and now he's going to be headed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I don't know. It's sad as a Patriots fan, but I can't be mad at him, especially after last year, after we got rid of all of our freaking weapons.
Yeah.
After the season that we had, disappointing, but I don't even know where we're going to go from here. I think the rumor is that Stidham's just going to start, which I'm not a big fan of. I would have rather seen a veteran guy, possibly Cam Newton. That's who I want.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see.
Definitely, yeah.
Crazy.
What do you think, Brandon? Tom Brady, Buccaneers.
It shocked me. I'll say that. I did not expect him to go. I expected him to leave. I was thinking more or less he was going to retire, but I had that speculation that he was going to end up leaving and going and do somewhere else, but I was not expecting the Buccaneers. No. Like you said, though, with Godwin and Mike Evans, that's going to be crazy to see those three play now. And now the fact that they won't be throwing any picks over there.
Poor Jameis.
But overall, it just totally shocked me, in my opinion.
I was expecting him to leave, but then actually seeing it happen still is crazy.
Yeah, there's only so much you can brace yourself for, and then you actually see it. Yeah, I knew he was going to leave, but Buccaneers was obviously not my choice. I was screaming Chargers all off season, but Buccaneers, I can see why with the weapons, so makes sense. Next up, this one, I still don't understand. We're going to shoot over to Brandon real quick. What the hell? DeAndre Hopkins, what was that? What was it?
That was ours.
He's still pissed off about it.
I don't even know. I don't know. Apparently, I'm going to sign the contract for the new team because apparently Bill O'Brien can't figure out what he's doing as a GM. Getting rid of DJ Reader, getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins, bringing in David Johnson, which, okay, I'm not going to hate on David Johnson. He had his good times in the Cardinals, but he's nowhere near what he used to be. And then you get rid of Carlos Hyde as well, and I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do with this team. I really don't.
Rough day.
I feel bad for Deshaun Watson right now, if anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still in shock on this one.
Still in shock, yeah.
I'm thinking of signing that permission slip saying I'm switching over to Cardinals.
The Cardinals are going to have to replace the helmet.
I really want to. It's really coming to that point where I'm just done with Bill O'Brien. I tried to do everything I could after he brought us back with the Bills game, but he's a good coach, but he's not a GM. Not a GM whatsoever. He should not be, I don't know. And as much as I'd like to say he's a good coach, he's got horrible chemistry with all the players, so it's, especially all these players coming out saying how bad he treated them and everything like that. It's like, do you really even want him as a head coach after they say if they hire someone as a GM? It's like, do I really want him as my head coach if all he's going to do is just drive players away?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely sucked. It definitely woke me up when they traded DeAndre Hopkins and DeAndre released that statement on Bill O'Brien. It woke me up saying, hey, as much as he's done for us and as good as a coach he may be, I don't want him on my team anymore is where I'm at this point. Fair. And I'm sure several people, if you're a Texans person, then you definitely agree with me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. After you get rid of one of your best receivers, actually one of the best receivers in the league.
Probably the best player.
Exactly.
Maybe J.J. Watt.
Yeah, and you get rid of him, and now all these other players come out. Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I do think it's a fireable offense, and I don't think he should be on that team anymore. But, I mean, hey, good for the Cardinals, good for Kyler Murray, but obviously your team suffers for that. But next up, another receiver off the board, Stephon Diggs going to the Bills. Darren, does this worry you anymore for the Bills? I mean...
yeah, kind of. With him and Josh Allen, I think that's going to be a deadly duo.
Yeah.
The only thing that I got from this was that's who we should have tried to go for. This is why Brady left. There's all these receivers going off the board. We should have been the top team looking for those receivers.
Do you think if Diggs is a Patriot, Tom Brady is still a Patriot?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I do.
Because
that was the number one thing. He needed weapons and didn't get any, all right, see ya.
All right, next up, Nick Foles, and then we'll slide Jimmy Graham in here because they're both going to the same team.
Guess I'm not going to talk about Stephon.
Do you want to talk about Stephon? You got anything?
Yeah, because I got some stuff on this one, actually. For one, they are getting John Brown going as a receiver as well, so that's going to be big. Yeah. So now they've got a duo, and with Brown being young, he's going to now have Stephon Diggs to teach him, hey, it's going to be like a Julio Jones and Ridley. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like one of those kind of things. I'm going to teach you my ways, and we're going to go out and do something.
It's going to be a good duo.
And with that team, what they did in the playoffs, making it to the playoffs from being a team that have not seen the playoffs or seen a good schedule or seen a good season in a while, this definitely, to me, helps them out a lot.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen only gets better from here, so
exactly.
I think Stephon Diggs obviously can't hurt him. So, next up, Nick Foles, Jimmy Graham going to the Bears. Nick Foles worries me a little bit because I think the Bears are really only a competent quarterback away from being a deadly team. Jimmy Graham sucks, so I'm not even going to discuss that. But what do you guys think about Nick Foles going to the Bears?
Yeah, I think I'm not a huge Nick Foles guy, and
fuck that
were.
Guy. He
sucks.
Nah, he sucks, dude.
But I do think that it's going to help them a lot because Trubisky's horrible, and
he's awful.
They finally have a quarterback in Chicago, so.
I really wish they would have paid Trubisky.
I was really thinking that. I was like, wow.
Wish they would have. All right, Phillip Rivers going to the Colts. I know Darren's not a big fan of this one. I just don't think he's good anymore.
He's just done.
Yeah.
Last year with the team, that he had a good team around him. He had plenty of weapons, and he was just horrible. And so I would have rather just had Brissett. I probably wouldn't have liked to have him just because he didn't really have a very good season last year with the Colts. Mm-hmm. But picking up Phillip Rivers, I don't think any helps him. I think it hurts him, to be honest with you.
Doesn't do anything for you. Yeah, same with you. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because, as much as I say it doesn't help him, it also kind of helps him at the same time because Brissett being injured and, was injured last season, started off doing well and then kind of tanked down and kind of backed off, then got the injury. But do I think it's oh my gosh, you guys are the next team? No, I don't. And as a Texans fan, it helps me out a little bit because now they're in my division. It's just go ahead and bring on the picks because you're not like Jameis Winston, but you're not the best quarterback in the world. Yeah. But yeah, it's back and forth for me. But I do agree. I think he should have ended up retiring, but good for the Texans, I guess, because we're doing the same exact thing.
All right, next up, Darius Slay. This is a new one to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
How good do you see the Eagles being next year? I still think they need weapons because Carson Wentz was, like I said, throwing to freaking launchers last year.
Yeah, that was their biggest thing, but I definitely think it helps the defense out a lot.
It helps the defense out a lot, but they need more people like him. Honestly, it kind of shocked me seeing him go to the Eagles because I was kind of seeing the Chiefs maybe trying to pick up him or Chris Harris. So it kind of shocked me at one point because I was thinking that this is a perfect opportunity for the Chiefs to start beefing up their defense a little bit even more than what they already have. But going for those bigger weapons that you need, the bigger name people at the corner spot to show the other people what they need to do and show them what a rookie can do.
Yeah. As you said, Chris Harris, he went to the Chargers. I think it's a good move. Mm-hmm. They just need to fill up that quarterback spot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Next up, this is just kind of a fun one. Derek Watt to the Steelers. Brandon had an idea that J.J. Watt might be
At this point, I'm thinking if they're going to stick with Bill O'Brien as a GM, J.J. Watt, as much as I don't want to do this to you, J.J. Watt's probably just going to end up go play. He's probably going to be like, all right, if DeAndre Hopkins is leaving, then I'm sure Deshaun's here soon, and then let me just go to my team. Let's go play my brothers.
Next up, Byron Jones and Kyle Van Noy both go to the Dolphins, and they've picked up some other pieces like the running back Jordan Howard. What do you think how do you think the Dolphins are going to be next year?
Yeah, I think they're definitely starting to improve after last year. I'll talk about Kyle Van Noy. I really wanted him to stay a Patriot because I really like him.
He's really
and he
good.
had a really good season last year. So kind of disappointed that he's heading to Flores and Dolphins. But
Yeah, he's kind of a Swiss Army knife. He kind of did everything on that defense. It was really impressive what he did. This one, me and Darren talked about this one earlier, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Mariota to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what's going on here?
I don't know. I guess maybe have a little bit of competition with Carr and Mariota, but
I just think Carr's better.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say he's better, but they're kind of on that same level.
Just mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have rather the Raiders try harder to get Brady or something, but I don't know.
I think it just stirs up more trouble for the Raiders. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They're just, like you said, they're picking up another Derek Carr, but possibly not to be even do anything with it. So, I mean...
Yeah, I kind of hope they don't get stuck in like a QB controversy all the way through the season. It just ruins their season.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of just want to keep Carr and then maybe have Mariota just in case again.
I guess, yeah. All right, last kind of somewhat viable QB on the board, Cam Newton. Carolina said that they let him go look for a trade, and Cam Newton's like, nah, you're making me look for a trade. So I don't know what's going on there, but where do you see Cam Newton landing? Where do you want to see Cam Newton landing?
I want to see him go to the Patriots just because I feel like he's probably the best quarterback option right now. But I think, well, I don't know. I feel like he probably will be a Patriot.
You think so?
But I could see him going to the Chargers.
It's going to take a lot of probably draft capital, too.
Yeah, and that's what kind of sucks. And I hate
he's
to
not
see
an
us
actual free agent.
spend a first-round draft pick. But I could see him going to L.A., and it'd fit his personality, too. So
yeah, I say L.A.
Before I was kind of thinking, it'd be a perfect fit, kind of going to the Bears even maybe.
The Bears was...
And that was what a lot of talk was going to the Bears. But since they picked up Chase Daniel, or no...
They picked up Foles.
Foles, my bad. I had to get those two. Yeah. And I do see him going to LA with his style and everything like that.
His fedoras.
His fedoras
and his outfits.
Teddy Bridgewater's the quarterback of the Panthers now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they're better without Cam Newton?
They don't have the injury risk now.
I
don't know if,
I could see him kind of being like a Cam Newton in a way, in his prime.
Yeah,
I know Colin Cowherd's really high on Teddy Bridgewater, so I'm not that high on him. I don't think he's that great.
I never thought he was. You saw this team that the Saints had.
Yeah.
And the Panthers are not like the Saints, so I don't know.
I can see him having potential more. I mean, he won't be like a dominant quarterback, but he'll do what like Kyle Allen did
making the playoffs.
The Saints?
No.
Panthers?
Panthers making the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't know.
We'll see what they do in the draft if they get any good.
I don't know
because
that division now
DJ
with
Moore.
Brady in that division.
God, that division's crazy now with
Atlanta. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't. Man, they still have McCaffrey though.
I don't think the Panthers make it.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they make it. No.
Well, it could be a 7th seed.
Gosh, yeah, the new CBA going through, that's going to be crazy. The 17 games doesn't start till next season after this season, but then the playoffs are starting this season, so that's going to be really crazy seeing only one bye and then an extra team getting in. Mm-hmm. It's going to be wild.
I'll ask you this. Is there any chance for a Patriots quarterback, Colin Kaepernick?
Oh, jeez, man. No.
No chance?
No. There's a better chance that the coronavirus cure comes out tomorrow than Colin Kaepernick quarterbacking for the Patriots. No, Boston would riot.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy.
I don't even know if I'd want him in there.
I know. I mean, if he plays like he did when he was
a 49er?
Really good, I wouldn't mind it. I don't even care.
No.
At this point.
Shoot, yeah, Jared Stidham's not the move.
No.
That does it for right now for big name free agents. Anybody got anything else? I think that's about it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody stay safe out there. Quarantine yourself. Try and wash your hands and stuff like that. We'll try and come out with more videos, but with all this stuff going on, who knows? But yeah, it's been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.